CCTV Camera World is proud to provide support for products purchased from our website. If you purchased your product from another vendor, please contact the vendor you purchased from for further assistance.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up auto tracking with an Avalonix Premium Series NVR and Autotracking PTZ. Now please note I'm in the HDMI interface of the NVR. Although this can be done using the web interface of your Premium Series NVR, make sure that you're following this guide by attaching a mouse to the NVR and connecting a HDMI monitor or HD television to the NVR. So first, I'm going to right click. I'm going to click Main Menu. It's going to ask me to log in with the admin user. We're going to go under the AI settings under Event. Then it says to please add a preset first. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll click OK to cancel out of that message. Right click back out to the main menu. And then to set a PTZ preset, we're going to right click PTZ control. In PTZ control, we need to click this caret or arrow on the right hand side to access the additional submenu. And then to set a PTZ preset, we need to click the gear icon. If you hover over it, it should say aux config. And then here we have preset. So you can use this on-screen joystick to move the camera around to your preferred preset, but I'm going to leave it on the current view that I have here. So this is the view that I want to actually have for my rule to detect and track. So I'm going to click Setting for Preset 1, and then you should receive a message on your PTZ that says Preset 1. So that means that Preset 1 is now this very view. So to get out of these menus, you need to right click again, and then we're going to right click one more time to get to the main menu again. Go under Event in AI Setting. Keep in mind that for your NVR, depending on its firmware, your event tab or page or section may be up here at the top, but on this NVR, it's down at the bottom. So we're going to click AI Setting. Now in the Smart Plan page, we can see we have Preset 1, and we need to click Add. So we're now adding Preset 1, and then we need to come down here to the light bulb for IVS, click it to enable it, then click Apply. So what this will do is allow us to set some smart detection rules under the IVS or Intelligent Video System feature. Here we have channel D1 and AI by camera. Now we need to create a rule or add a rule. So we're going to click the Add button. The default rule type is Crossing Virtual Fence. And we're going to want to choose something like tripwire or intrusion detection, because these are the types of rules that can trigger the auto tracking feature. So we're going to choose the tripwire option. Now we need to draw a tripwire, so we're going to click the pencil icon next to the tripwire type. And then we can drag our mouse. We don't need to click and hold, you just click once and then drag your line. And you can right click to stop drawing it if you've made a mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line further over here to the left hand side. And then you click once more to create the rule. You can keep going to create more shapes. However, for IVS tripwire rules, we recommend really just using 1, 2, maybe 3 individual lines in the areas that you want to protect. If you're worried about protecting an area on the camera, you may want to try using the intrusion detection rule instead, as it's better tuned for rectangle or area detection than the tripwire rule. So we've created our tripwire rule. We can also choose a filter on this particular camera in NVR, but I'm going to leave it set to both human and motor vehicle. You can also choose the direction, whether or not you want it to detect them going from A to B, B to A, or either direction. And you'll see those arrows reflected on the rule that you're creating as you choose that direction type. So we've created a rule. You can, of course, name it, but I'm going to leave it named Rule 1. So I'll click OK. Here we have Rule 1. It's a tripwire rule. We already drew the rule. Now we need to go in and check what triggers are enabled. So we'll click the gear icon under the trigger section. Within the trigger section, we can see that auto tracking is fortunately enabled by default. So we really didn't even need to enable it. However, we can change the track time. So the default track time is 30 seconds. The minimum track time is 15 seconds. And then the maximum track time is 300 seconds. So you can expect the camera to track someone from anywhere from 15 seconds to 5 minutes. We're going to leave it set to the default 30 seconds. Then click OK. Last but not least, we're going to click Apply to make sure that the tripwire rule is saved to our NVR and it forwards that information to our camera and saves the rule on the camera. So now I'm going to right click again, and we'll see we have a preview of our IVS rule that we created, which is our tripwire rule, on our camera. And auto tracking was enabled, and we set it to the default track time of 30 seconds. So now if I go trigger this rule, the camera should follow me. Let me go do that. So as you can see, the camera is very powerful and followed me accurately for that amount of time that I was in its view, and even tracked me walking around the camera until I was no longer in sight. And you also may have noticed that there was a siren or the red and blue lights, because this just so happens to be an auto tracking active deterrence camera with those additional features. Hopefully this video helps you set up auto tracking with your PTZ camera. Thank you for watching.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.